How can a $169 amplifier from China with the cheerful name Ampapa D1 shake up the bloated high-end industry? In this video, we'll figure out how the Chinese managed to carve out a niche among renowned manufacturers and create an amazing sounding and incredibly beautiful amplifier. Greetings, dear friends. My name is Arkady Zenin. I am the founder of Premium Hi-Fi. We are based in Riga, and we connect people with sound. You can connect one analog source to the amplifier via Radio Corporation of America connector or use the balanced tip ring sleeve 6.35mm input. Also, it features Bluetooth 5.2 and a 3.5mm preamp output for a subwoofer. On the rear panel, there is a cutoff frequency control from 30 to 200 Hz, which allows you to precisely set up a 2.1 system by cutting the bass from the speakers and sending it to the subwoofer. There is also a 12-volt trigger jack for synchronizing power on with this source. And of course, there are compact and sturdy speaker terminals. Everything is assembled solidly and reliably. It's hard to find any faults here. Basically, you can connect anything here except a toaster, but knowing the Chinese, they'll probably solve that soon too. Ampapa D1 was developed with Douk audio and is based on the popular A5 amplifier. Under the transparent hood of the Ampapa D1 hides a real powerhouse, which you wouldn't expect to see in an amplifier for just $169. At its core is the TPA3255 chip, with such low distortion that even the quietest nuances of a track sound clear and distinct. The Bluetooth module runs on the QCC304X, supports aptX ID, and connects faster than you can even think about a high-end $200 cable. Besides that, the Ampapa is packed with a bunch of cool audiophile components that I won't even bother listing. Every component is chosen so that you wouldn't be ashamed to put the D1 next to an amplifier that's 10 times more expensive. Anyway, check out the link in the description. Besides that, Ampapa allows you to swap out the operational amplifiers to adjust the sound character. It's very convenient since you don't even need to disassemble the amplifier for this. Access to the operational amplifiers is always open. All of this is powered by an external GAN adapter, 48 volts, 5 amps, which makes the power delivery stable and clean. Let me emphasize again, it's external. High-end devices always have external power supplies. Look at this photo, see? The power supply is separate. The actual power is up to 120 watts per channel at 4 ohms, which is enough for both bookshelf and floor-standing speakers. As for the power claims of 200 to 300 watts, don't believe them. That was a Chinese joke. The design of the Ampapa D1 is a story of its own. The case is completely metal with smooth rounded edges. It looks serious and stylish. On the front panel, there's a compact display with 7 indication modes. Want some arrows? Here you go. Do you like jumping bars? Those are here too, and in different colors as well. On the right, there's a multifunctional volume knob. Turn it to adjust the volume. Press it to enter the menu, where you can switch inputs, adjust the tone, and choose the display style. The side panels are decorated with a carved Ampapa logo, and the built-in backlight makes this logo glow. You can change the color with an internal switch. It looks absolutely stunning. This is an art piece, not an amplifier. And the top cover has a removable transparent window. Through it, you can see the inside of the amplifier, just like a race car with a transparent hood. And believe me, the appearance of the Ampapa D1 only benefits from this. This is one of those cases when you not only want to listen, but also to look at it. I tested the D1 with 2 sources. Bluetooth. The amplifier connects quickly and properly to the phone and supports high-quality codecs. The sound is clean and of good quality, but nothing extraordinary. After listening via Bluetooth, I thought it was just an ordinary budget amplifier on the TPA3255, not different from many similar models. And then I connected the high-end FIO M23 player, which costs about 750 euros. That's when the magic began. I listen to different music genres. The playlist, as usual, is in the description. And guys, the sound quality amazed me. I couldn't tear myself away from it. Despite the modest price, Ampapa D1 sounds like it costs much more. The sound is powerful, punchy, yet precise. The frequency response sounds even. The bass, mids, and highs are balanced with no dips or peaks. The bass is tight and detailed, the mids are clear and articulate, and the highs are clean and delicate. The texture of the music is preserved even in complex genres like rock and metal. The instruments remain distinct. The soundstage is clearly laid out left to right, and the amplifier adds depth with layering. You even get three-dimensional images of the musicians, which is rare for the TPA 3255. And the space feels lively and natural. In my opinion, this is the best implementation of the TPA 3255 chips. I've listened to a whole bunch of amps on these chips, including branded ones, and none of them sound as great. Basically, this is a confident mid-level, or rather even the beginning of a high hi-fi level. There are no obvious weak points, and there are more pleasant bonuses than you would expect. If I were given this amplifier to listen to blindly, I would never believe that it costs $169. I'm even at a loss as to what number to name. Comment below, how does your Ampapa D1 sound? Of course, high-end devices costing tens of thousands will have to make way. Such sound for $169 will leave few people indifferent. There's enough power for both bookshelf and floor-standing speakers, plenty of headroom. Listening is a real pleasure. And the compact design with backlighting and volume unit meters with dancing arrows only adds to the atmosphere. The main downside of the Ampapa D1 is the remote. It works fine, but using it is not much of a pleasure. The buttons are arranged illogically. On top of that, my smart light started reacting to volume changes, so I had to put the remote aside. Honestly, it feels like this remote was designed by engineers from an old digital versatile disc player from the early 2000s, and since then it just made its way into the D1. Fortunately, the amplifier sounds so good that you quickly forget about the remote, and you can always adjust the volume with the knob. Basically, toss the remote. Everything else is awesome.